Hello everyone, this is Kristen Rowley with Module 9, which is on copyright and fair use. Question 1 asked what things surprised me about the fair use and copyright rules. I did not actually know that things from government websites like NASA and the Smithsonian and the National Archives, I didn't know those didn't fall under copyright or open source. I didn't know that. That was surprising to me. The other thing that surprised me was that newscasts, like publicly broadcast newscasts, are only available for 10 days. I mean, that stands to reason. That makes it a current event. You're using it very quickly after the fact. But I did not know that. I did not know that, like, say the moon landing from 1962, you were going to have to pony up for that. That was surprising to me. So that was new information. I was a bookseller for a long time. And I crochet a lot. And I know those feel like not at all related to this, but when I was selling books for Usborne, I had to be very careful about how I did things. Like, I could do a live where I would read 2 or 3 lines, but I couldn't actually save that live and leave it published on my page. Things like that. I could use the cover of the book. We always had permission, like, written in the contract for the authors to sell their books through Usborne. They had it in their contract that the consultants could use the book cover image for promotional purposes, but we weren't allowed to share anything from the inside of the book unless they had other permissions for it. So there were lots of like picky rules like that. So I have always kind of erred on the side of caution. And then when I buy crochet patterns, I find free ones when I can, but also those fall under that fair use and copywritten. So I try and buy patterns because I know that I have legal use for those. There's a lot of websites that do pirate things like off of Etsy and then post them for a lot cheaper than the original creator was doing it for. So definitely not a fair use aspect. So, and I never publish those patterns, for anyone else. So pattern sharing is very frowned upon in that circle. So these are things that I tend to err on the side of caution and try and be very careful because I know creators do, make a living off this. So that was kind of my background for this. And on question 3, it asks, how did you do on that quiz? And I only got a 67, but almost all of the questions that I got wrong were because I was too cautious. Because I was saying, no, we can't do that. And in fact, we could. So I thought that was kind of funny. And then question 2, sorry, I went out of order, but question 2 was, what things have you seen teachers do that's not okay? Copying workbooks was a big one. That's still kind of a big one that I see on a regular basis. Showing groups of kids or groups of people movies, like family movie night in the gym. Like, that's not supposed to be a thing. That is not like private. Having students use popular music in their presentations. And I know that one kind of skirts the line, but it's really, popular music should not go in this. We got around it at the last school that I worked at. The kids were all working on iPads, and they made their own music in GarageBand, and then they used that to like put on their keynote presentations as background music and things like that. So there are workarounds for this. We shouldn't have to do this. But yes, I am one of those teachers that like errs on the side of caution. I buy everything. I am queen of finding free printables everywhere. So yeah, that's kind of where I come down on this. I'm very cautious. But this was nice to read and kind of get some more understanding on what I was actually allowed to do. So that was kind of cool. I liked that. Anyway, Have a good week, all. Talk to you later.